Good afternoon, Pio Nation. Although it's still technically morning here for a few minutes. But welcome to our Twitch channel. My name is Matt Williamson. You are watching Marietta College Esports. And today, our Overwatch team will be going up against Lourdes University as part of the Great Lakes Esports Conference. We were supposed technically to have our match yesterday, but Lourdes does not compete on Saturdays. I'm not exactly sure why. I should probably ask him at some point. But so we got our Overwatch match rescheduled for today at noon. So we will be having that up very soon. I don't think the lobby's been created yet. If they have created it, I have not been invited yet. So hopefully they'll invite me this time. That'd be great. While we are waiting for that, we'll go over the roster for the Marietta College Overwatch. So, participating today, I believe at Tank, we'll have freshman Tyler Salanitra Azadale and freshman Quentin Shields questionably. For DPS, I believe we'll have sophomore Caleb Bradley Shadow Dragon. And I believe the junior Morgan White Poseidon. Sometimes he's mainly supports, but he's been DPSing a little bit more lately. And then at support, we will have senior Manning Shaw Granny Tsunade, and most likely senior Ian Darling Brimstone. Although sometimes he's played DPS as well. But I'm pretty sure Brimstone will be support, and Poseidon will be DPS for today. This is not the last match for the Great Lakes Esports Conference for the Overwatch team. Hold on, I'm getting a Discord tell from Lourdes. Okay, so it looks like Lourdes is running just a little bit behind. I think there's something going on with one of the players. I don't know if it's a connection issue or if they're running late, but that's okay. The rules allow that, so it may just be a few more minutes before we can actually get the game started. In fact, I'm gonna let the team know that Lourdes is running just a little late. Here. Okay. Hopefully they read the Discord. Hopefully. Okay. So it's going to be just a couple more minutes while we are waiting here. Also joining us really soon will be Drayton Piper. He will help with commenting. Oh, we already got the lobby set up. So I'm going to go ahead and join the Discord. Join Discord real quick so Drayton can see and hear. So Drayton, can you hear me? I can hear you. Let me get the sharing here set up because apparently we're already in the lobby. I was just told like a minute ago that Lourdes is going to need a few minutes. I think one of the players is running behind, or maybe having a connection. I'm not so sure, but go ahead and get it up here so you can at least see. You should be able to see the screen here. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, and it looks like people from Lords are being invited. I don't know why Games Grump is on the roster because he's our coach. Yeah, our coach Derek Games. I'm sure he's gonna be swapped out for Shadow Dragon. And for some reason, I'm in the Lords roster. Oh, okay, there. Now it's been fixed. I'll say that would have been quite entertaining if I were trying to play on Lords' team. Well, I don't know if it would change the end result. I don't think it would. Despite my best attempt of maybe trying to sabotage the team, I don't think that's going to pull off. Lords they have a very, very good team. I think most of them are at master level. So I don't want to say that it's going to be a blowout, but I mean the Pioneers are going to have a challenge, and we're gonna see how they play against a very good team. They've played against teams where it seemed like it was very one sided in favor of the Pioneers. They've gone up against some pretty good Overwatch teams, and there were some that went back and forth. Like our last match a couple days ago against Penn College. I mean that went to all 5 games, and I know it really took a lot from everyone. So now we're going to see how does Marietta handle a very, very good Overwatch team. Yep. And it looks like people are getting added to the lobby, so I'm going to go ahead and swap over to one of our overlays. So that way we can see the lobby getting set up and everything good to go. It looks like the first map will be Lijiang Tower.
Marietta has had some interesting matches on this map so far, so going to be interesting to see how this goes for them.
Great. I'm going to have to apologize to you and to the stream because I think, although I could hear you, I think I
The stream could not.
The stream could not. I am so sorry. But I have fixed it now, so I'm sure I'm going to get some messages in chat. It's like, I can't hear Drayton. Okay. Yep, my mistake there.
All right. Everything is getting set up. Roster switches are being, or rosters are being set up. I would seem.
Okay, it looks like. Okay, it looks like Lourdes. Wait, is Lourdes going to go red side? It's control. I don't know if it really matters with.
It doesn't matter too much, but it might be a home team thing. I think they're organizing their team in order of tank, DPS, and support.
Oh, interesting.
And they will do the same for us.
That is interesting. That's actually not required for Overwatch. I know in League of Legends we usually try to go into LCS order where you start with top, jungle, mid, ADC, and support. But okay, I get
it makes the viewing experience more easy to follow. I believe Overwatch League does this. Contenders does this, I believe. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Okay, it makes sense because that way when you see the overheads and the overlays and you can see your two tanks together and your DPS and support. So yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It also allows for like teams to lock in their roles before the maps actually start, so there's no surprises. We couldn't have Granny T switching over to DPS and Poseidon switching over to the healing position. So
yeah,
makes it easier for the teams to lock in.
Okay, yeah, that works too.
Strategies and plan around each other.
Okay. While we're waiting to get things set up, I'll mention this later on. As a reminder, we will have plenty more esports matches for this coming week. Tomorrow, our Rocket League team will take a stab at Lourdes. 4 o'clock Eastern Time. They've already played against Lourdes in the NACE Fall Cup, and they did win that match. I can't remember if it was a 3-0 or 3-1. I think it was a 3-1, if I remember correctly. So, Lourdes is going to have a chance to get their revenge on the Pioneers, so we'll see how that goes. And then, later on tomorrow evening, our Overwatch team will be back to play against Widener University as part of the NACE Overwatch Fall Cup. Widener...
Yep, should be very interesting matches coming up.
Yeah, Widener is a pretty good program. I was just looking up. I was doing a little bit of scouting earlier today. They have a couple of. I think they have at least one GM and 1 or 2 at the Masters level. So I mean, there are a couple that are above 3K, like Diamond, Master, and GM. Yeah. So, not necessarily at the same level as Lourdes. I think Lourdes is mostly like upper 3K, almost 4K, if not 4K. It's like it's. Widener is going to be similar to what we're seeing here, so that might actually be a little bit of a preview of what to expect for tomorrow. It looks like Shadow Dragon is having some technical difficulties, so he's going to restart real quick.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll just keep talking more about the upcoming the schedule for this week. If I get time to actually put an image up on social media, I'll see if I can do that later to at least get the image created today and post it tomorrow. But yeah, so for Overwatch, we have that match 8 o'clock tomorrow. On Tuesday, our Rocket League will return again. So, let me pull up the schedule here. I think we're in H. Yep. So, the Pioneers will be playing against Shawnee State University at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Tuesday. And then later that evening at 9:15, they'll be playing against Bryan and Stratton College. So right now, from what it looks like, Shawnee State historically has a pretty good esports program, so that one can go either way. The match with Bryan and Stratton should be favorable for the Pioneers, but once again, you never know.
Yep.
And then Thursday, our Overwatch team is back where they'll be playing against Cornell College for the NACE Overwatch World Cup. And right now, they think they're the same win-loss record as the Pioneers, so that one can also go either way. And then Saturday, our Rocket League and Overwatch teams are back again. This time, our Overwatch team will be playing against Ohio Northern for the Great Lakes Esports Conference at noon. And I think at 11 a.m., our Rocket League team will be playing, I believe, Tiffin University. So that'll be 11 a.m. And those will be the last regular season matches for the Great Lakes Esports Conference. And then we get into playoff contention. Now, yesterday, our League of Legends team, 2-0 Tiffin, so they secured a spot in the top 4 for the main playoffs in there. So that will start up the following Saturday. And then after this weekend, we'll have to see where our Overwatch and Rocket League teams fall. I don't think they're going to be able to make it to the main playoffs, but there is a second bracket for the other teams, so that way everyone at least has some postseason games. So we'll have to see how that all that goes through after this weekend.
Yeah, Marietta had a very good season so far in Overwatch, at least compared to their last couple seasons. I know last year we had 1 win, and now we've already doubled that in less games. So a very good season so far. Hoping that the lower bracket playoffs we can do well in.
Yeah, and actually all of our teams, I'd say, have been doing much better than last year. I mean, not only has our Overwatch team won more games, but our Rocket League team has certainly won a lot more. They didn't get any wins last year except for a couple of forfeits. So they actually got some legitimate wins this year, so I'm very happy for them. Our Rainbow Six team got more wins this year. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the playoffs in Collegiate R6, but they still won games. So everyone's improving, so I'm really happy with that.
Yep, and it looks like we are entering the match. Lijiang Tower, we're going to be on Gardens, a very open map. A lot of pharmacy comps come out on this map. Going to be interesting to see what each team goes with. I'm not expecting a pharmacy from Marietta. Potentially looking at potentially a Symmetra coming out from Poseidon. I know he's pulled that out a couple times in scrims. Potentially a Junkrat, which tends to be a very good comp on this map. And as you can see, looking like a pharmacy is going to be coming out from Lourdes. Marietta going with Ash Junkrat with Ryan Wrecking Ball. The Wrecking Ball is an interesting pick here. Both teams are going to be pulling it out. The Wrecking Ball can get some major value as most teams tend to go towards that bridge to get to point, and it's very easily to get knocked off by a Lucio, by a Pharah, by a Wrecking Ball. So it's like both teams are going with that strategy. Looking like the balls are going to meet in the middle immediately. Azadel going to have to hop out as he's getting pressured out. Marietta going white room. The ball comes down, is going to pop pop to low health. Marietta pushing onto point with this Reinhardt. A very different style of play for both teams here, with Lourdes going for a very dive-centric attack here. And while Marietta is pulling out some dive characters, but operating in more of a brawl comp. Poseidon has switched over to the Reaper. I don't know if that was before or during the match. As you can see, the Pharah is getting some pickoffs here. Poseidon able to take out this very even first fight so far. Both teams trading out players. Brimstone does have his ultimate online if he feels like he needs to. The mines do come out from Majin first, and Azadel is approaching on his own, is able to take out the Mercy, but it runs straight into the minefield. Marietta still doing very well in this first point, although it looks like Lourdes is going to finish off and take first point. That was a very good attempt there from Marietta. Very scrappy, traded picks. I think in the end they just decided that they weren't going to commit to that fight long term to see if they could get a bit more ult charge. As you can see, Marietta does have a slight ult advantage here. They do have the mines coming up on the Death Blossom and Nano Boost, whereas the Diva Bomb, Barrage, and the Coalescence are the only things that that Lourdes has to work with. Marietta pushing in, the Barrage comes out, taking down Shadow Dragon. However, that is the only pick that they're going to get. Nano Boost does come out onto the Reinhardt, able to take out Biz. Azrael has fallen, however. Poseidon looking to see if he can come in here and get some work with this Death Blossom. Has not popped it yet. He's probably trying to wait out some cooldowns here. Another minefield comes out and it takes down Brimstone in his ultimate. The big shatter coming in from questionably. Poseidon capitalizes on it. Shadow Dragon picks up another kill. The bomb comes out, is going to kill Poseidon, and Marietta is going to, unfortunately, seem like fall in this fight. Azadel coming back in, tries to deny the res, but is not going to end up working out for him. And despite an amazing shatter and a good push overall by Marietta, Lourdes is able to hold it back with their pharmacy. Questionably is going to be switching over to the Winston here now. Marietta committing more to a full dive. Poseidon switching over to the Ashe. Azadel falling off the map. The Poseidon switch here is going to be big, as there hasn't really been anything to contest that pharmacy. Marietta now taking it a lot more seriously. As the Shadow Dragon coming out with the tire, and see if he can get a pick or two here, forcing them back, is going to be taken out right before it looked like it was going to explode. Questionably also off the map. Marietta, trying to get to the point, is unable to get into that window, and unfortunate. It was a closer round than the score would tell.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even at the very beginning, Marietta almost capped the point first, and it's just Lourdes was able to hang on just a little bit longer to be able to secure it. And there were times where Marietta, as you said, Marietta had some really good plays, but Lourdes was just able to counter that and just keep more people alive.
Look after yourself.
Yeah, Marietta looking like they're going to go back to what they were rocking out with the at the very beginning of that first map with the ball again. Looking like the pharmacy is going to come out again. This is another very good map. Night Market. Poseidon be going with the Symmetra teleport strat, as there isn't really a counterplay that Lourdes has to this. The ball comes in, rolls through everybody. Is going to alert the rest of his team that they do have a Symmetra and they're trying to teleport up. And the Symmetra teleport strat is just shut down before it can really get going. Poseidon falls, followed by Shadow Dragon. It was a good idea in practice, but the disruption that Magic was able to bring out was just too much for Marietta to be able to execute the plan. So Poseidon switching over to the Ashe immediately. Shadow Dragon looking to potentially switch. He's going to switch over to the Echo in an attempt to try and counter the Pharah as well. Brimstone going to switch over to the Mercy to try and pocket potentially Poseidon or Shadow Dragon. It's going to be interesting to see which. Marietta, Majink is just doing a lot of pressure here with this Wrecking Ball. It's very hard for Marietta, especially with the Pharah coming out over the top, to really get anything done. This dive is being very well executed by their tanks. Questionably has also switched over to the Monkey. Doomfist also coming out from Biz. Marietta, the dive from Lourdes is just working really well right now. Marietta is seemingly not coordinated enough to be able to deal with this at the same level of coordination that they are being faced with. Lourdes is overall executing these dives very well. The pharmacy providing cover from the air to allow the dive to get executed well, and Marietta is just not having a good time right now. This is a lot better of a pharmacy dive map than the last map we were on, so they're taking full advantage of that. Already it looks like they're putting a lot of pressure on Marietta. Shadow Dragon falls before the fight even starts. The Diva Bomb is coming out, is not going to find anybody, but the backline is being dove by this ball again, and Majin is just very good at getting in, getting out, getting value.
Yeah, he just goes in the back line, disrupts everyone, and it forces everyone to peel towards him, but they're not able to finish him off. They get him really low, and he's able to retreat, and then just comes right back in. But if Marietta can actually pick him off, that would give him a chance to move forward, but they just haven't been able to do that at all.
Yeah, Majin is doing a very good job of... He's playing this Wrecking Ball at a very high level right now. He's playing it and getting so much value. Azadel, it doesn't even have a chance to get anywhere near as much value, because by the time he's able to do anything, Majin has distracted his backline, taken out one or two people, and has gotten out and is ready for another dive at full health. So the first map of Lijiang was a lot closer than the second round, but both times Lourdes gets the 100-0. The pharmacy, an underrated part of this comp, I think. Marietta was unable to fully take advantage of what they had going because they just couldn't get anything done. The Faro was shooting down at them at all times. As you can see with that 3 gold medals, 4 total medals, the Faro was just putting in a lot of work off the back of the disruption from Majin K, and Marietta was just unable to capitalize on anything as they didn't have a chance to really get anything done there.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Majin just going in the back line, disrupting everyone, and of course you have the Pharaoh just keep wailing DPS. I mean, I don't know if how many from Lourdes died in that second round. I don't know if any of them actually did.
Yeah, Marietta just didn't have enough time to get anything going. Every time they would try and set up for an attack, Imagine had dove into the back line with the help of his diva and taken out one or made a lot of resources get invested. Looking like some substitutions are coming in. Biz and Mango are out. Peaches, Fulfilled, and Kaelita are in. I'm not entirely sure who Peaches subbed in for, however, as I can't really see the full list.
Well,
But Merit.
Yeah, that's everyone right there. So
All
yeah,
right.
I think, Mango and Biz subbed out. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I can't see anyone else on the list. I don't even know. Well, I know Mango was a tank, so Kaelita came in for Mango.
And Biz was the DPS. Was Peaches already in?
I think Peaches might have been already in. I don't think Peaches was subbed in. Okay. Yeah, because it looks like just by looking at the levels for Kaelita Fulfilled, so I think they're just getting some of their, maybe getting some JV players in to get some game time in. That's very well possible. I know some teams do that, and it's not necessarily like I don't want to make it sound like it's a BM move by Lourdes. They're just trying to make sure that everyone does get some play time, and I think they feel pretty comfortable with the players that they have. We've done that before with some of our teams.
Yeah, it's less BM and more of taking advantage of the opportunities that they have to get players more play time. As Marietta has chosen Hanamura as the next map. It'll be interesting to see which side Lourdes chooses to go with first, attack or defense. But it looks like they are on attack, unless they want to change over to defense. But looking like they are getting ready. Both teams saying they're ready, it looks like.
Yeah, so it looks like Lourdes will be attacking first. And I can see why they want to do it. They want to be able to set themselves in position to know what they need to be able to hold for the next round.
And looking like there are some technical issues again, this time on the side of Lourdes. So going to be a quick break while they try and get that fixed. Marietta going to have to come out with something here on Hanamura, especially on the defense. Marietta has had very good defenses on Hanamura so far this season. Going back to the first couple of matches this year, Marietta is very aware of how the first point of Hanamura needs to be played, especially when teams try and bring out sim teleport strats. I don't know if that's what Lourdes is going to be bringing out here. However, if they do, Marietta will be well prepared for that.
Yeah, I suspect that they might not actually go that route. We didn't see them do the Symmetra in Legion Tower in that first map, where it would have been ideal to do it. I mean, they were just able to assert their dominance, and I would expect to do something similar here, where they can just try to plow right through. That seems to be their style.
Yeah, I don't expect Lourdes to bring it out either, but Marietta will be prepared in case they do. However, Lourdes just a very, very dominant team, and expected them to just try and brute force their way. It doesn't really matter which heroes each player is on. Players like Majin will find a way to create space and create value. So Marietta are going to have to be on their A game here if they want to hold first point and second point.
Yeah, there's a
looking like the headset issues are still going on, so still waiting on confirmation from Lourdes that everything is good.
There's a reason why Lourdes is right now 3-1 in the JLEC, and they are, I believe they're undefeated in NACE. I'm double checking. It just so happens that we play Lourdes in both GLEC and NACE, so actually I think next week, not this coming week, but next week, we'll be playing Lourdes again. So we're going to be ready for that.
Yep, going to be an interesting matchup second time around, see what Marietta does to adapt to Lourdes' play style. They're gonna have a lot of VOD to review.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be an interesting see if how Marietta plays the second time against Lourdes.
Lourdes is 6-0 in NACE, and I think Lourdes' only loss in GLEC
to Ohio Northern,
yep.
which was a 2-3 loss.
Yeah, so
came down to the last map, the last point, I believe. Looking like both teams are ready, so we're going to be entering Hanamura here. Marietta going to be starting out on defense, Lourdes on attack. Going to be interesting to see what each team pulls out here, as a lot of Marietta's comfort picks are good on this map. The Ryan Zarya is good on this map. The Ryan Sigma, if they want to pull out double shield. Azadel is very, very proficient on all shield tanks. Questionably is proficient on the Ryan and Orisa. Poseidon, this is a very good map for the Ashe, which he is very good at. Shadow Dragon can pull out his Junkrat, his Reaper, some other picks. It's looking like Sombra Junkrat, however. Granny sticking with the Ana.
His Ana is very
it's
good.
Looking like another dive attempt here, going to be coming in for Lourdes. Marietta probably switching over to that Sombra to try and counter Majin's ball. Looking like the double shield is going to come out with the Rhino Orisa. Very interesting to see the Orisa come out here. I was expecting more of a Sigma to come out from Azadel. However, he was a main tank, so the Orisa is well within his comfort zone. Brimstone on the Zenyatta is going to be interesting to see how he can respond to the dive from Lourdes. And Marietta setting up their healers on the high ground. Very fast here from Lourdes, immediately coming in with the ball. The ball is going to be punished immediately, however. Very good move there by Azadel. Shadow Dragon is going to take it out, but he does take out the Tracer in response. Poseidon falling as well, not looking very good for Marietta. A very good start with the pickoff onto Majin, but Majin is just so fast on this wrecking ball. He's already back into the fight, and the players that Marietta lost are going to take a lot longer to come back. Azadel getting pressured down here is going to somehow survive a bit longer, but the Echo is eventually going to take him down. But Marietta seems to be deciding that this is not going to be worth it, resetting really quickly. Poseidon likely going to be switching here, unless that was actually an accident. Poseidon's going to be staying. A 6-minute time bank for Lourdes, and this is exactly what they were expecting coming into this match. Poseidon's going to switch over to the Widowmaker to try and get some pickoff potential here. Shadow Dragon's falling low. Brimstone also switching over to the Moira, so some switches on second point here for Marietta. The Ryan comes out from the Echo, immediately gets a shatter, is blocked by questionably, it seems. A big nano coming out. Ryan does get shattered again. Questionably trying to stay alive here, trying to get up that his own shatter, as there are no shields to stop. The shatter comes out, canceling the ult, and that's going to be a very quick wrap up here from Marietta if they can finish off some remaining kills. Azadel in the corner, low health, is going to get healed up by Brimstone, it looks like, is able to take down the Echo, and Marietta holds on there, taking a minute off of the clock so far.
Yeah, I can see.
However,
I can see why he went with the Orisa pick, because I know right now Orisa really isn't that great, but he's trying to get that extra turret damage to counter the Pharmacy, and it kind of seems to be working a little bit.
Yeah, Majin already coming back into the fight. Poseidon looking to potentially switch back to the Sombra. Granny has fallen. Majin, however, is going to get traded out, so an even trade so far for Marietta if they can keep up Azadel here. The stick comes out onto the shield, bringing both Questionably and Shadow Dragon low. The ults are starting to come out here, but Marietta is holding on strong, is able to take down the Moira. Moira is going to get rezzed, however, but 2 more fall for Marietta. Shadow Dragon taking down the mech as well, and Marietta is going to hold on for another minute here. Each of these attacks are taking about 50 seconds for Lourdes to get done, and they're gonna have to wait another 10 seconds. Majin is gonna be switching over to Winston off of the Wrecking Ball, likely to see if he can get more value. With the Sombra, it's a lot harder to get value out of the Wrecking Ball, as his entire movement is based off of his abilities, whereas Winston has some more abilities that he can put out that are more permanent, and are able to keep him alive longer. So Kaelita does have the bomb, and there's another duplicate available. However, the ult economy is pretty even here. Marietta having a slight advantage. The jump does come in, is followed up immediately with the Diva. Marietta trying to hold back this dive attempt here. Working so far, are they able to take down the monkey? He's gonna get rezzed, however, and as Poseidon falls, the EMP coming out is big. That's a copied EMP, so Marietta not really prepared for that. The Shatter comes out, catching a couple here for Marietta, and it's looking like the Shatter again is gonna be enough to stave off this fight. More ults invested here. Azadel does fall, however, and Marietta, although they lost a couple players there, they did take away all of the ultimates from Lourdes. Switch coming into the Reaper and the Lucio off of the Echo and Mercy. Fulfilled falling off the map. That's going to delay them another 10 seconds at least while he respawns. So Marietta has taken off half of the time bank on this second point defense. Marietta looking very good. Switching over to the Sombra, so probably less of a mistake and more of a ability to get back to spawn by Fulfilled. Marietta coming up on a lot of ultimates here, though. They have three. They will have three for this fight. The EMP being the biggest one. The Tire can get a lot of value. Tire coming out is going to get destroyed immediately as it all hacked up, but Marietta is able to take out the shell for Diva. The tanks have fallen for Marietta, but at the hands of this Reaper, which is exactly what you want to get out of your Reaper. The Junkrat, the only thing really remaining for Marietta. Marietta still has ultimates to be able to recontest this point. They're going to lose a tick. However, if Marietta can come back out onto this point and recontest, the EMP comes out, hacking most of the team. However, there's not going to be enough follow-up as three of Marietta's members fall, and that is going to be round one. However, a very good second point hold, taking off over 4 minutes of the Lourdes time bank.
Yeah, all things considered, that was a very strong performance by the Pioneers. Of course, they fell up a little short, but if Marietta can actually claim the second point, then we get into the next round.
Yeah, Marietta looking to see if they are able to crack this first point defense. They're going to be in a lot better position, as I believe the first point is going to be the hardest for Marietta to crack. If they can pull out something, maybe surprise Lourdes with potentially a sim teleport, maybe a weird pick that they haven't been scouted out on, Marietta could have some surprise potential here. Looking like the exact same composition is coming out from the Lourdes team. However, switching in the DPS category a little bit.
Did they have Lucio last round? I don't remember the Lucio being there.
They had Lucio at the very end of the last round.
Okay.
Marietta looking to pull out the Mei here. The exact same composition is going to be coming out for Lourdes that they had at the very end of that round. It is what got them that second point after 4 minutes of nothing working. The Mei pick here is going to be very interesting. I don't think that the Brig pick is going to stay. However, the Hog is an interesting idea. The Brig looking to stay. Nope, switching over to the Mercy right as I say that. Marietta coming out here with some picks that I don't think are going to be expected by Lourdes. The Hog and the Mei, very strange picks coming out. Hog obviously to try and get the pick-off potential here. The Mei to try and block off and freeze opponents to allow potentially the Hog or the Junkrat to follow up on. A very interesting composition, but a composition that works well together. The wall comes out from Poseidon, looking to freeze up some of the Lourdes players. However, questionably does fall to the Sombra first. Is going to get rezzed up. That's what the Mercy is here for. Fulfilled is going to get taken down by the by Marietta. Azadel getting a pickoff in the very beginning of the fight. Azadel with another pickoff. That's exactly why you play this Hog. He has such a big pickoff potential, and Marietta looking to capture this first point, wanting to wrap up a couple more kills before they move on, however, to capping the point. A very good opening here from Marietta. If they can take down this Reaper and the Monkey and the Sombra, it should be it for Lourdes. However, Marietta is going to be facing some ultimate resistance. The only person falling, however, is going to be the Mercy, and Shadow Dragon gets boofed off by the Primal Rage. However, that was a lot of ultimates invested there at the end. Marietta coming into this next fight with 5 ultimates online, only having to use the Coalescence there in that fight, and that's a very fast charging ultimate. Shadow Dragon, unfortunately, getting bad spawn here, is going to have to come back over time a bit. This could be a very quick attack for Marietta, which is not what Lourdes was expecting to come out. Potentially switching in the in Kaelita and Fulfilled might be backfiring here a bit for Lourdes, as Marietta are entering this point with 5 ultimates coming online. The Kaelita's gonna have to eat this Blizzard if they... Azadel already getting an immediate pick off. The EMP's coming out, gets all 6. However, that is the biggest ultimate that that Lourdes had. And this just gives Marietta time to reset. They know they're doing well so far. And Marietta coming in with almost all 6 ults. Again, Brimstone is going to be charging that ult very quickly, is already only 25% away, is likely going to get that during the fight. Marietta looking to be in a very good position here. However, if they do wait a bit too long, Lourdes is coming up on 5 ultimates of their own. Marietta needs to act quickly and take care of their of the supports. Looking like Marietta's trying to go down mid, where Lourdes is not exactly prepared for that. The Blizzard comes out, is not going to be eaten. Marietta engaging with this Blizzard is going to be big. The Diva mech is 1. The whole hog coming out from Azadel. Diva bomb coming out as well is not going to likely get anybody. A lot of ults have been popped so far for no kills so far. Questionably is going to fall as Marietta used all but one of their ults there, and is not going to end up capturing even a tick here. So very lackluster cap here from attack here from Marietta. However, both teams did commit a lot of ultimates there. Poseidon is going to be switching over to the Sombra now to try and get this EMP up, because the EMP was what allowed Lourdes to get back into this ult economy on the first fight that they lost. Marietta still has 3 minutes left. If they want to set a better time bank, however, they're going to need to cap within 1 minute and 15 seconds. Marietta going to potentially look to open up with this Shatter and potentially the Junkrat tire. The Junkrat is spotted out by the Sombra, so no surprises as to where Marietta is pushing from now. The tire is going to come out early. Let's see how what kind of value that's going to get. Going in is going to take down the Diva mech low, but that's going to be about it. Marietta trying to apply a big EMP cancel there from Azadel, able to take out the Sombra as she's EMPing, so it doesn't actually get casted. Marietta, Majin K trades out for Poseidon, so both teams losing their Sombras early on in this fight. The loss here is much greater for Lourdes, as they also lost their EMP. The Sombra is going to be back into this fight, however, so Marietta is going to have to... Marietta was able to get out a big ultimate there for no value, however, the rest of Lourdes is coming up on a lot of their ultimates. Marietta trying to escape here with their lives. Azadel flanking around the back, seeing if he can get a pick off or something here, but he's kind of just out of position, is going to get farmed up for ultimates. Marietta coming up on 4 ultimates yet again, and depending on how quickly Poseidon can get this ultimate, looking like Shadow Dragon is going to switch here over to the Reaper, and that is a very good switch, I think. The Reaper, to be able to deal with Majin and Kaelita, is going to be a very big pick here. However, 5 ultimates compared to the 4 that Marietta can have online this fight, and the EMP ult disadvantage is not that great, is not that large for Lourdes, so it could very easily swing to where Lourdes has the ultimate advantage there as well. Early hack onto the Reaper, so now they know that they have the ultimate. The Nano comes out onto the Hog, is able to take care of the Reaper immediately. It's a big pick off there. His Hammer coming in from the high ropes and is able to take out the Sombra. EMP comes out for Marietta. Marietta might be able to capture this point here. Death Blossom comes out, finds two. Majin also found another one, and it's looking like Marietta, a very well executed attack, but they used all of their ultimates in that fight and are not going to be able to get that point.
They went all in on that, and they did get the Reaper down early on, but he saved his ult. He never had a chance to pop it, so he was able to go from behind, pop the ulti, and take out the rest of the Pioneers, and that might be enough to secure the game, or at least this map, the Lourdes.
EMP coming online for Lourdes, and that's a pretty big ultimate, especially if they can get the Diva Bomb up. Comboing those two, Merida's not going to have any shields to hide behind. Questionably has switched over to the Monkey, and Azadel doing some spy checking, see if they can find Fulfilled. However, he's not going to be able to. Merida is able to take down Fulfilled after the EMP, so not much follow-up to the EMP. Granny has switched over to the Brigitte, a very interesting swap here. Questionably does fall. Diva Bomb comes out, finds two, and that should be it for Marietta. A very good first point attack. However, they were unable to really get anything going on this second point. Azadel trying to stall out as long as possible, but with Questionably being the only member alive, Merida is going to fall. A very good attack on first from Merida, leading to a promising ult advantage throughout the majority of that second point. However, Merida was just not able to capitalize it on their ultimates as well as Lourdes. And as you can see here, play of the game coming in. This is going to be, he's coming back from spawn, and Merida just is unaware of him coming back from spawn. Got to be watching that respawn timer a little bit closer so that they could have known. But overall, a very well done map there from Merida, all things considered. Was able to stall out 4 minutes on second, was able to get them a nearly immediate capture on the first, was just unable to capitalize on the time bank that they had on second.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't see really any major mistakes that the Pioneers are making. Like, the main thing is just the skill differential between the two teams. That's really all I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's just when you have players at such vastly different skill levels, even Merida is performing well above what their ranks are compared to the ranks of Lourdes. Merida is performing, they're punching well above their weight class in this match, making a lot of these close matches. Again, Li Zhang first point was very close, even though the scoreboard didn't show it. Hanamura was very close, and Merida's punching well above their weight class here, and I think no matter how this match goes, there's a lot that they can take away from this as positives. Merida looking to pick the next map yet again. It's gonna be interesting to see what comes out here. Escort or Hybrid, both very good map potentials for Widowmaker, and the hit scan has been a position where the Lourdes hasn't been showing much of. There hasn't really been a true hit scan like long range, like an Ashe or a McCree or a Widowmaker come out so far from Lourdes. So I think if Merida goes to a more long sightline map like Junkertown, Havana, Kings Row, or something like that, Merida could have a chance to steal a map away.
Yeah, just to put things in perspective of the team that Merida is going up against. At least when we were originally taking a look at information for Lourdes, Majin K is right now, his SR is at 3.9k. Now, actually, maybe I should see what the updated numbers are. We have a couple minutes because I think we're taking a 5-minute break. Okay, so like right now, Majin K is at 3.8k. Their other tank, Mango, who subbed out in that last one but was in the first one, he's at 3.3k. We have, okay, so if we look, I know Kalita and Fulfilled are kind of the subs. The Ned, I'm going to call him Ned. So, he is at 3.7k. We have, and then here, Peaches. I think those are like the main players. Like Peaches is a little bit on the lower SR. But the point is, like, we have 3 to 4 people in the roster that are either diamond or master level.
Yeah, and it's like Mango is switching in for Ned. An interesting switch here. The off tank is going to be switching into the DPS position. Majin saying, y'all had me sweating on Hanamura, I'm not going to lie. Very evident of how Marietta executed that map. Going over to Kings Row, looking like it's going to be one of the map picks that I predicted coming out. Potentially going to see a Widowmaker or an Ash here, and that could be the difference maker here. Mango might be coming in because it is a longer range map. Potentially has some more hit scan prowess than Ned. Might be seeing that switch just because of the map we're going to. Merida gonna be having to pull out some stuff here if they want to be able to win this.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Marion has done pretty well in Kings Row before. They've had some really good pushes, but we can expect Lourdes to come up with some really interesting compositions, especially since they are going to be bringing in Mango. So we'll have to see what Lourdes is playing here.
Yeah, and the Kings Row pick is also beneficial for their tanks, as this is a Ryan Zarya heavy map, and that's the tanks that both questionably and Azadale feel most comfortable on. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. It'll be interesting to see what Shadow Dragon pulls out, potentially a Reaper, expecting probably a Mercy and Ana or some combination like that from the healers. So it's going to be a very interesting map coming out here from Marietta. This is a map pick where Lourdes is going to have to potentially switch off of the dive that they've been running all day. Majin potentially going to have to be going over to the Reinhardt, which might be one of his weaker characters. I'm not entirely sure, but forcing Lourdes onto a map that isn't as dive heavy and as good of a dive map is going to be what Marietta is going to be trying to do here, I think.
I'm actually surprised we haven't.
Trying to force.
I'm surprised we haven't seen like this Zarya Reinhardt combo. I mean, I know why they tried to use some different compositions last time they threw off Lourdes, but I think this would be a really good map where we could see that Zarya Ryan combo, because that has worked well with Azadale and Q in the past.
Yeah, so definitely going to be an interesting pick here for the maps. Just waiting a bit for teams to ready up. Probably just waiting on the end of the break. Azadale complaining that he had to pull out the Orisa. Not one of his favorite characters, obviously, but a character that he's quite good at. Just waiting on the confirmation that both teams are ready here.
Yeah, I would say the 5-minute break is probably done by now. Yeah, Marietta. Oh, no, Lourdes is checking to see if Marietta's good. I think Marietta's just waiting. I guess we're checking to see if Marietta is ready. So as soon as Marietta's ready, we will have this game to you. Yeah, it looks like Azrael was not too fond of the Orisa, but I think at least in the first half of that round, Orisa worked. Actually for overall, yeah. It was effective.
Yeah, the double shield coming out from Merida was it was an interesting take on double shield. I was expecting more of the Sigma, or potentially having questionably run the Orisa, but Azadale coming out on the Orisa with questionably on the Reinhardt was the double shield combination that I was not expecting. Looking like Lourdes is ready, waiting on Merida to confirm that they are ready. Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see the lineups coming out from each team. Poseidon readying up his team, so we should be going into the match any second now, as we wait on Majin to put us into the map.
Just needs to wait for him to do the thing. Do the thing.
Yep.
He did the thing.
And we are entering the map here. Kings Row is going to be our third map of the game here. Mario looking to pull out an upset win, at least on one map here. Gonna be interesting to see what Lourdes is gonna pull out here. They could stick with the dive, as it has been working for them, but Kings Row isn't really a dive map, so the value of the dive probably not be as big as it has been on the previous maps. Gonna be seeing the potential lineups coming out in a couple seconds here. Marietta's gonna be pulling out the Hanzo, and I don't know if that's gonna be the tank lineup that Marietta's gonna actually go with, but it looks like they are. Azadel running the Orisa here with questionably on the Diva is a very interesting combination.
No, because questionably usually is like a one-trick Reinhardt, so I'm very intrigued by the Diva pick here.
Yeah, very interesting. A very interesting pick here. Azadel asking for monkey tips from Majin. Lourdes gonna be pulling out the Ryan Zarya. They're pulling out the comp that I expected from Marietta, but Marietta is gonna be coming out with a completely unexpected composition here. The Hanzo makes sense. The Echo is an interesting pick, however, Shadow Dragon has been playing that a lot. Marietta gonna be coming out here with a lot of shield break. Still somewhat confused about the tank picks from Marietta. Everything else seeming all right, however. Shadow Dragon is able to get a first pick off here, and without a mercy, that's gonna be a quick first fight win for Marietta as they are just cleaning up here. Marietta able to kill everybody, it seems. Azadel, 68% on that bongo, has the highest ult charge of anybody in the server right now. Majin is switching over to the monkey, questionably staying with everybody else staying with their picks. However, Majin is going to be switching over to the monkey, seeing if he can dive into the back line of Marietta. He's going to be diving in, gets the bubble, drops the bubble of his own. Reaper coming into the back line of Marietta. Fulfilled is able to take down Shadow Dragon early, and it's looking like a one-team fight. Just a lot of interesting disruption coming out here that Marietta is just unable to deal with. Poseidon doesn't really have a chance to doesn't really have the space to create any value with the Hanzo pick.
Yeah, you hate to see that. He puts down the bongos and he gets immediately EMP'd by Fulfilled.
I think it was just a normal hack onto Azadel, but the bongo was eventually destroyed. The Diva Bomb coming up. Granny looking to stall a bit here is finally taken down. Gonna have long spawn here. However, he does have a nano boost after doing that. Marietta coming up on 5 of their ultimates here. A great pull there, spotting out the Reaper, forcing Mango to fall back a bit. Interesting to see Mango on the Reaper here when both Fulfilled and Ned had pulled out the Reaper of their own. Hack comes out onto Azadel, and that is the go marker here as the rest of Marietta follows quickly behind him. Unable to even get off any of their ultimates there. Marietta being forced to fall back, and again a healer left behind. Marietta looking to coming up on 5 of their ultimates. However, that is the advantage that they have here. They do have the ultimate advantage. Brimstone going for the 1v1 against the Moira. A very interesting choice here.
He's trying to go battle mercy.
Pops the Valk, has infinite ammo, might be able to take him out actually. Is at the very least stalling quite a bit for time. EMP comes out from Fulfilled. There's a very interesting team fight here. This is I'm not entirely sure what I'm watching. I think Marietta is just trying to have as much fun with this match as they can, with healers coming into stall. Questionably gets the nano boost after 4 are already down for Marietta, gets hacked up. He's not gonna be able to use that Diva Bomb to remech. And just a very interesting engagement there from Marietta using both support ults. The Valkyrie almost was able to work, however, the teams were re-engaging at that point. So I would have been interesting to see how the fight actually ended. Granny switching over to the Brigitte. Brimstone going to be also switching, it would seem, as he's falling off the map right now. 4.5 minutes for Lourdes on the time bank here. However, Marietta has stalled for 4 minutes in the past against Lourdes, so could be interesting to see. Shadow Dragon does have his duplicate. However, Mango immediately takes out Poseidon. Gonna have to try and create some space here. The self-destruct comes out, is gonna find nobody. The Reaper ult comes out, finds 3 and the bongo as the last corner is being taken. Poseidon throws out his dragons in an attempt to force people off the cart, maybe get a pick or two. Unfortunately is unable to do so. Now with their one ult remaining being the duplicate, very interesting ult usage here from Marietta. Picking up the Moira is going to be immediately shredded out of it. Azadel on the Wrecking Ball just to try and stall at this point. This is not how Marietta wanted this map to go, as 3.5 minutes is going to be on the time bank remaining, and they had ultimates to spare at the very end there. Very interesting picks there from Marietta, very interesting plays. I think Marietta is just trying to have some fun here at the end of the match.
Yeah, I think they're just maybe trying something a little different to see what works, what doesn't work. So, I mean, I think they know what the end result is, so let's try something different and see just what happens. I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? I still think it was interesting with the Valkyrie use by Brimstone, but I have a feeling he was planning on changing his hero anyway, so he probably decided to pop it to see if he can pull Battle Mercy off on the Moira. At least that's my headcanon.
Yeah, a very interesting decision there. Poseidon potentially switching over to the Genji here. Azadel running with the Rhine, it looks like, questionably on the Zarya. I will say Azadel is a very proficient Reinhardt. Used to be the main tank, switched over to off tank over the off season. However, I did beat him in a couple Reinhardt 1v1s earlier warming up today. So potentially I should be in there right now running the Reinhardt, but that's not possible right now.
Well, it's very interesting that the roles are basically reversed between Azadel and Questionably, because usually Usher is on Reinhardt and Azadel is on Zarya, so we'll have to see how this goes.
Yep, Granny rocking out with the Brigitte again. Marietta coming in with a very different strategy here. Poseidon immediately taken down by Mango. Not going to be good for Marietta to start off this push. Marietta going to have a quick reset. Shadow Dragon is hacked up and killed. And the Lourdes is just putting on the pressure here now that both DPS are dead. Azadel working on trying to create some space while his team regroups. Mango pops in, is going to be quickly wraithing out. Questionably at nearly full charge here. Poseidon building up onto that blade. Azadel is falling, however, at 74% to his ultimate. Questionably falls shortly after. Marietta gonna have to retreat here. Mango just wrapping up a 4K there, potentially 5, however. Brimstone is gonna be able to get away. 91% on that nano boost. Merita's coming up on their ultimates, however. There's not really much of an ult advantage here, as Lourdes has also been building up their ultimates and hasn't used any yet. Looking to create space, blocking the shatter from Majin. Marietta trying to capitalize on that, are able to trade out the Reaper, immediately popping out the rally. Nano is coming out as well onto the Reinhardt. Azadel trying to get something done here. Has the shatter available. Big anti comes out. A big shatter from Azadel coming out, fighting 3. Marietta gonna be quickly capitalizing off of that and looking to be taking first point here. Capitalizing off of that that trade for Poseidon and Mango, Marietta is quickly punishing the over-aggression by Mango. The big anti by Brimstone there, followed up by another big anti with the push onto after the shatter.
Yeah, if Mango had gotten that Death Blossom off, we'd be looking at a completely different game right now. So it was a great move by the Pioneers to be able to take him down before losing more than just Poseidon.
Yeah, Poseidon looking to have his blade here. The visor is almost ready as well, coming out from Shadow Dragon. The EMP comes out early, and the rest of Lourdes collapses onto Marietta, taking down 3. Marietta gonna have to reset here. Poseidon used his blade there. Unfortunate usage there, as he's very quickly taken down. Questionably trying to keep his energy here. But Lourdes is pushing up all the way to Marietta spawn, now quickly retreating after finishing off Brimstone. Poseidon switching over to the Widowmaker here. A very interesting swap here. Could get some big value out of it, however. The grab is going to come out from Lourdes, and Majin gets a quick 3K. clearly heard me say that that Reinhardt might not be his best character, and quickly proving me wrong with a 3K there. Poseidon looking to create some value here with this Widowmaker. Is gonna have to go out on some flanks, try and get some big snipes to open up the fight. The Reaper teleporting up, misses the headshot onto the Reaper, is gonna be forced down. Rocking another shatter. A lot of ultimates coming out here from both sides. Big shatter coming out from Azadel yet again. These shatters are consistently the backbone of Marietta. Majin with the 3 question marks in chat, not quite sure how the shatter came off, claiming he's lagging, but Azadel laughing that off a bit. Marietta, another big shatter, and the shatters have been the backbone of these pushes. Able to take first, able to take quite a bit of space here on second. Marietta pushing up. Poseidon quickly taken down, however, by Majin. Marietta coming out quickly, looking like Marietta focusing down Majin, but is able to back out and get healed. Big Death Blossom finds 3. That's what Mango wanted the first time he used it. 4 dead for Marietta. That's gonna have to be a quick reset. Marietta coming back, switching now over to the Sombra here. Marietta looking to get some things done here with the Sombra, potentially hack up the Reinhardt. However, the EMP comes out, finding 5. Big shatter follows up. It looks like a back cap is happening for Marietta. However, it's gonna be interesting to see. Poseidon, he's found out, but it might be too little too late. Marietta able to get the back cap, the big C9 from Poseidon, able to walk it all the way back with the surprise Sombra pick. That is quite the move there from Marietta. Coming in with a smaller time bank, however, Marietta's gonna have to finish with time if they want a chance to win this map. Marietta moving in now, almost has the Graviton surge, and they already have the shatter. The shatter gets blocked, however, the rally is out as well. Poseidon wins the Sombra 1v1. Marietta pushing up here. Still has the Grav nearly up. The Nano is coming up, Visor as well. About halfway to the EMP. Marietta's coming up on a lot of ultimates here. Are looking to finish this map with time, and they're going to need to if they want a chance of winning this match. The Grav comes out, however, first from Lourdes. Big Anti comes out from Brimstone, but it's not going to be enough, as Marietta also already lost many of their players. However, coming up on 4 ultimates here. This is exactly the position that Marietta wants to be in. They have the ults coming online, the Beat, the Coalescence, the Reaper ult, the EMP, and the Shatter are also coming up for the side of Lourdes. A very interesting, it's gonna be, the EMP is gonna be the biggest ultimate here. If it can cancel, the Beat, it can cancel the Coalescence. It's the only chance Marietta really has here to win this team fight with the ultimate disadvantage that they have. Graviton comes out, finds 5. The Shatter is blocked. Big EMP comes out. However, the Anti is also enough to finish off a lot of Lourdes, but Marietta still making it out with even trades so far. The Nano Visor is what Marietta has to work with, coming up potentially on a rally and Shatter soon.
They only have less than a minute left though, so they're gonna have to be able to hug the payload and stay alive and just keep pushing.
EMP comes out, finds 5, is quickly taken out, but the Death Blossom comes out getting 4. Marietta backing up here. Gonna have to get something out of this Visor. Potentially Nano Visor coming out. The Shatter is gonna have to be big from Azadel, however, he has been delivering on those all day. Only shattering shields maybe once. 18 seconds, however, it's not looking like Marietta is going to be able to finish with time, meaning that they won't get an overtime push next round. So Marietta is just, the best they can do here is a draw with 3.5 minutes that Lourdes has to push. It's not likely. Marietta is going to need to touch they are able to touch. Azadil finds one. Beat comes out. Marietta uses the shatter, doesn't find too much. Still have the nano and the visor in reserve. Visor comes out, nano as well. The grab comes out from Lourdes. The rally comes out from Marietta. A lot of ultimates being popped here. Marietta seems to be coming out on top, but ultimately it doesn't matter too much for Lourdes if they're able to fully cap this point, as it's in overtime. And because Lourdes finished with over a minute remaining, Marietta will not get a second push or a second attempt here. The grab almost online for questionably. That could be big here. Poseidon is on the Doomfist now, just trying to get back to point and do as much damage as possible. Marietta up one in this team fight right now. The Mango coming out with the Tracer as well is able to take down Granny. Big loop by Poseidon, able to take down the Zarya. However, Mango is just cleaning things up for Lourdes. Marietta only down now to Poseidon and questionably, and it's unfortunately not going to end well for Marietta. Marietta had after the momentum that they gained from that C9, it was potential for Marietta to carry that momentum forward, but we're unable to capture with time, so Marietta is unable to finish the map off. Play of the game going to Mango with this big 4K, 5K actually.
I know we were talking like in game one just how well Maja was playing, but we really understated how well Mango's been playing in all the games too. I mean, his Reaper is just insane.
Yeah, Mango was able to pull out a lot there for both teams as players are now leaving the lobby. Marietta, closer game than the scoreboard would say, however. Had a chance on Hanamura, had a chance on Kings Row. Overall, a game to be proud of for Marietta.
Yeah, I mean, considering this how good this Lourdes team is, and the fact that Marietta was able to actually get some good plays off. They weren't necessarily able to take rounds, but they had some good plays against a very strong team. I would call that a moral victory, and it's something that Marietta can look forward to as they continue to improve.
Yeah, a very good match from Marietta. A couple times where they could have taken a map or two. Got to polish some things up. However, they did perform well above their SR level there. I don't think either team was expecting Marietta to put up the fight that they did compared to a team with the skill level of Lourdes. Overall, a very good map. A very good match for Marietta. A match that they should have lost by more dominant margin.
Yeah. But all right, so that's going to be it for us today. So just a quick reminder of things going tomorrow, because we have another match against Lourdes, but this time it's going to be in Rocket League. So that'll be at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. And then our Overwatch team will not get much of a break because they're going to be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, against Lourdes University in the NACE Overwatch Fall Cup. So please be sure to come back for that. And then for all the latest updates and announcements, please be sure to follow us on social media. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all at Marietta Esports. And we even throw out that we're always looking for players. So if you're a Marietta College student and you're thinking, hey, I want to be a part of this, come talk to us. We would love to have you. Even if you think, man, I'm not at the level of Lourdes, you know what? We're not either. And we saw how our team was able to play against them. So we'll take players from a variety of skill. If you're a high school senior thinking about playing esports at a college or university, come talk to us as well. We would love to talk to you. There are some opportunities, especially tryouts for scholarships to actually participate in our esports program. So we would definitely love to talk to you. All right, I think that'll be it again. So thank you, Drayton, for helping with commentating. Hopefully your voice lasts for the rest of the day.
It should.
All right, thank you all again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.